St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands, is one of the most popular and heavily trafficked cruise ports in the Caribbean. This video deals with 10 best things to do while your cruise ship is in St. Thomas. We regularly post videos on all facets of the cruise and travel industry. If you'd like to keep up with that, just hit the little subscribe button at any time during this video. Nearly every ship sailing an Eastern Caribbean itinerary includes St. Thomas as a port of call, as do many of the Southern Caribbean voyages. You'll even see St. Thomas on Panama Canal and South America itineraries when a Florida port such as Fort Lauderdale or Miami serves as a port of embarkation or debarkation. If it's your first time on St. Thomas, don't be afraid to explore. Although locals drive on the left side of the road, the island has an American familiarity that makes it a perfect introduction to the Caribbean style of life. Wonderful beaches, shopping, golf, and water sports. You'll find it all on St. Thomas. The number one thing on our list of 10 best things to do on St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands is snorkeling. Experience marine life and coral forms on adventure around the island. Coral ledges and bay walls offer superb views, so plan on spending an afternoon on and in the water. Whether you're on a day cruise to the British Virgin Islands, or a cruise to St. John, or even a snorkel adventure to Turtle Cove, there's awesome snorkeling all over St. Thomas. Number 2 on our list of 10 best things to do in St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands is take one of the island tours, and there's a bunch of these to choose from. See all the best of the beautiful St. Thomas with a guided tour around this immaculate island. Number 3 is Magens Bay Beach Excursion. Arguably St. Thomas' most gorgeous and calmest beach, Magens Bay includes a bar, a cafeteria-style eatery, and one of the island's best shops for beachwear. A small admission fee, but it's well worth it. Number 4, ride the Sky Bucket to Paradise Point. Enjoy panoramic views of the port's harbor and mountains from 700 feet above sea level on the Paradise Point Sky Ride in St. Thomas. My niece would shoot me if this wasn't on the list, the St. Thomas Turtle Swim Excursion. Plunge into the waters of St. Thomas with these pleasant reptiles on an exciting excursion with the turtles. These ecotherms may be cold-blooded, but they are sure to warm your heart. If you take a historic tour, you'll end up visiting Blackbeard's castle, where you'll hear stories of pirate lore and other stories about Blackbeard himself. Not only interesting, but a lot of fun too. What's better than getting fed and drinking some rum while receiving a serious education about St. Thomas history and culture? The Rum and Food tour is fabulous. Throughout my travels, I've seen all sorts of kayaks, but St. Thomas was the first time I'd ever seen glass-bottom kayaks and a glass-bottom kayak tour. If you like to kayak, this one's a must-do on the list. For those of you that don't know me, I'm a big fat guy. Can you see me on a paddleboard? Actually, I've tried it several times. While I'm not very good, I can get up and it's a lot of fun. Try a paddleboarding excursion. The St. Thomas Carnival is one of the most fabulous in all of the Caribbean. So if you happen to be on the island while the carnival is in session, make sure to participate. It is awesome. That's why it's number 10 on our list of things to do while on St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. That wraps up our video on St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands, and our list of the top 10 things to do while you're there. We hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, hit the like button to let YouTube know. And we'd like to leave a comment about your last trip to St. Thomas. This is Chillie, the Fat Travel Guide. I regularly post video on all facets of the cruise and travel industry. So if you'd like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, cruises themselves, ports of call, cruise industry news, and Chillie chats, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner. And hopefully we'll meet real soon on St. Thomas.